Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Are you constantly dreaming of those perfect powder days, the exhilarating rush of carving down a mountain, with the crisp winter air invigorating every part of you? It's a feeling unlike any other, a true escape into nature's playground. But then reality hits. You start looking at the prices for a ski or snowboard trip, and suddenly that dream feels like it's slipping away, your wallet starting to cry out in protest. Trust me, I've been there. That moment of sticker shock can be incredibly disheartening. But what if I told you that an amazing, unforgettable ski or snowboard vacation is absolutely, totally possible on a budget? You don't have to sacrifice the thrill for affordability. In fact, with the right strategies, you can have both. In this comprehensive guide, I'm going to break down the 5 essential game-changing strategies you need to book the cheapest ski or snowboard vacation possible for the 2025-2026 season and beyond. We're talking major savings on everything from those crucial lift tickets to comfortable lodging, delicious food, and even your gear. This isn't about cutting corners on fun, it's about smart planning and insider knowledge. So grab a hot chocolate, settle in, and let's dive deep into how you can make your winter dreams a budget-friendly reality. First things first, and this is arguably the single biggest factor in the overall cost of your trip: when you decide to go. Resorts operate on a fundamental principle of supply and demand. When demand is high, prices soar across the board. If you are serious about saving money, your absolute top priority must be to avoid the peak demand periods and the massive crowds that come with them. This means consciously steering clear of major holiday periods. Think Christmas and New Year's, Martin Luther King Jr., Day weekend, and President's Day weekend. These are the times when families are off, schools are out, and everyone flocks to the mountains. During these specific windows, prices for flights, lodging, lift tickets, and even resort food can easily double or even triple. It's simply not the time for budget travel. So, when exactly should you go to unlock those sweet savings? The absolute sweet spots are what we call the shoulder seasons. These are the periods just before or just after the main rush, offering incredible value and often a more relaxed atmosphere. Let's break them down. The early season typically runs from late November to mid-December. While the snow base might not be at its absolute deepest yet, you'll often find surprisingly good conditions, and you'll have the slopes practically to yourself. Prices for everything are at rock bottom, making it an ideal time for a quick, affordable getaway. Then there's the late season, which generally spans late March and April. This is prime spring skiing territory. You'll often be treated to warmer temperatures, abundant sunshine, and softer snow. Resorts are eager to keep people coming, so they frequently roll out amazing late-season deals on lodging and passes. Plus, the vibe is incredibly fun and laid back. Beyond the shoulder seasons, consider the power of midweek travel. If your schedule allows, traveling from Sunday to Thursday instead of over a weekend will save you a significant amount of money. Resorts are always cheaper and far less crowded on weekdays. You'll spend less time waiting in lift lines and more time actually skiing or snowboarding, which is the whole point, right? Booking off-peak is not just a suggestion, it's the foundational step for any truly budget-friendly ski trip. It sets the stage for all your other savings. Now let's talk about where you choose to shred. Not all mountains are created equal, especially when it comes to price. While iconic resorts like Aspen, Vail, or Jackson Hole offer incredible experiences, they undeniably come with a premium price tag that can quickly decimate a budget. The secret to an affordable ski resort vacation is to look beyond the marquee names and discover the hidden gems. Every major ski region, whether it's the Rockies, the Sierras, or the East Coast, has its world-class famous resorts, but alongside them, you'll find smaller local mountains that are just as fun, offer fantastic terrain, and are often half the price. These are the places where locals ski, where the vibe is more authentic and your dollar stretches much further. For example, if you're eyeing Colorado, instead of the glitz of Vail or Aspen, consider Loveland or Arapahoe Basin. These resorts offer challenging terrain, great snow, and a much more down-to-earth price point. In Utah, while Park City is fantastic, look at Powder Mountain or Brighton for equally epic snow, without the premium cost. If you're heading to the Lake Tahoe area, skip the big names like Heavenly or Squaw Valley and try Diamond Peak or Homewood for stunning views and fewer crowds. Another huge tip, especially for those living within driving distance of a ski region, is to consider driving instead of flying. If you live within a 5 to 8 hour drive of a ski destination, you can save hundreds, if not thousands, on flights and rental cars. Pack up your own car with friends and gear, split the gas costs, and your transportation expenses plummet. Think about resorts in places like West Virginia, North Carolina, Michigan, or even smaller independent resorts in Vermont or New Hampshire if you're on the East Coast. These often provide excellent skiing at a fraction of the cost of their larger, more famous neighbors. Researching these smaller, community-focused resorts can lead to incredible discoveries and massive savings. All right, let's talk about the golden rule of lift tickets. Never ever walk up to the ticket window on the day you want to ski and pay full price. It is, without a doubt, the most expensive way to get on the mountain. This is where many first-time budget travelers make their biggest mistake. With a little foresight, you can save a fortune. Here are the 3 absolute best ways to get discounted lift tickets, ensuring you maximize your time on the slopes without emptying your wallet. First, and this is the easiest win, always buy in advance online. Most resorts offer a significant discount just for purchasing your tickets on their website a week or more in advance. The further out you buy, the more you save. Some resorts even have tiered pricing, where buying a month out is cheaper than a week out. This is pure profit for you, simply for planning ahead. Second, if you're planning to ski for 3 or more days, always look at multi-day passes. These are almost always cheaper per day than buying single-day tickets. The per-day cost decreases significantly the more days you commit to. Compare the 3-day, 4-day, or 5-day pass options. This strategy is perfect for a dedicated ski vacation where you'll be on the slopes for several consecutive days. Finally, and this might sound counterintuitive because of the upfront cost, consider a season pass. Now, this sounds expensive, but hear me out. If you plan to ski more than 7 to 10 days in a season pass like the Epic Pass, Icon Pass, Mountain Collective Pass, or Indie Pass can be an absolute game changer. These passes give you access to dozens of resorts across multiple states or even continents for one flat price. They have different tiers, including cheaper local passes that are perfect if you plan to stick to one region or a few specific mountains. The key, and this is crucial, is to buy them in the spring or summer before the season even begins. That's when they are released at their lowest prices, often with early bird incentives. Waiting until fall or winter will cost you significantly more. Do the math based on your projected ski days. You might be surprised how quickly a season pass pays for itself. Where you choose to lay your head at night is another massive expense that can quickly inflate your ski trip budget. That stunning ski-in/ski-out condo right at the base of the mountain looks amazing, and it is incredibly convenient. But it comes with a price tag that can easily consume half your budget. To save big on lodging, you absolutely have to get creative and think outside the traditional resort-side hotel. First, and this is a golden rule for budget lodging, stay in a nearby town. Hotels, motels, or rental properties just a 15 to 20-minute drive from the resort base are often 30 to 50% cheaper than their on-mountain counterparts. A short morning drive, perhaps with a car full of friends and some good tunes, is a small price to pay for those huge savings. Many of these towns also offer a more authentic local experience, with better food options and a less touristy vibe. Second, and this is especially key for groups or families, rent a condo, cabin, or even a house with a kitchen. Eating out for every single meal at a resort is a budget killer. A $15 burger, a $10 coffee, and a $20 bowl of chili add up incredibly fast. By booking a place where you can cook, you can make your own breakfast, pack lunches to eat on the slopes, and prepare a few dinners. This strategy alone can save you hundreds of dollars over a multi-day trip. Imagine making a big pot of chili or pasta after a long day of skiing, rather than paying resort prices for every single bite. Finally, and this is where the fun really begins, go with a group. The more people you have, the cheaper your lodging becomes on a per-person basis. A 4-bedroom cabin split between 8 people is way more affordable per person than a hotel room for 2. Group trips allow you to split the cost of larger, more comfortable accommodations, making luxury affordable. Plus, sharing the experience with friends or family adds an incredible layer of fun and camaraderie to your vacation. Look for larger Airbnb or VRBO rentals that can accommodate everyone comfortably. All right, our last category covers the sneaky expenses that can blow your budget if you're not careful: gear and food. These are the daily costs that often get overlooked in the initial planning, but can quickly add up to a significant sum. For gear, the cardinal rule is, do not rent at the resort base. It's convenient, yes, but it is incredibly expensive. Instead, rent from a ski shop in a town before you even get to the mountain. These off-mountain shops have way more competitive prices, often offer better equipment, and the staff are usually just as knowledgeable. Even better, see if you can borrow gear from a friend who might have an extra set of skis, boots, or a snowboard. If you plan on skiing more regularly in the future, look for end-of-season sales or used gear at swap meets or online marketplaces. to make a long-term investment. Buying used can save you hundreds on quality equipment that still has plenty of life left. And for food, like I mentioned earlier, pack your own lunch and snacks. This is a non-negotiable for budget travelers. A small backpack with a sandwich, some granola bars, a piece of fruit, and a reusable water bottle will save you at least $30 to $40 per day per person. Think about it. That's a saving of over $100 on a 3-day trip for just one person. Enjoying your own delicious homemade sandwich with a $1 million mountain view is just as satisfying, if not more so, than an overpriced lodge chili. Plus, you control the quality and ingredients. Bring a thermos of hot coffee or tea for extra warmth and savings. These small daily habits add up to massive savings over the course of your trip. So there you have it. 5 simple yet incredibly powerful strategies for planning an incredible, unforgettable, and most importantly, affordable ski or snowboard vacation. This isn't about sacrificing fun, it's about smart choices that maximize your time on the slopes and minimize your spending. Let's quickly recap these game-changing tips. First, go off-peak. Always aim to ski mid-week or during the shoulder seasons to avoid crowds and sky-high prices. Second, choose budget resorts. Look beyond the big famous names and discover the hidden gems that offer fantastic terrain at a fraction of the cost. Third, buy lift tickets in advance. Never ever pay window price. Plan ahead with online purchases, multi-day passes, or even a season pass if you ski frequently. Fourth, book smart lodging. Stay off mountain in nearby towns and always opt for accommodations with a kitchen. And remember, the more people in your group, the cheaper it gets. And finally, save on gear and grub. Rent your equipment from off-mountain shops or borrow from friends, and always pack your own lunch and snacks for the slopes. A dream snowboarding or ski vacation doesn't have to cost a fortune. It just takes a little bit of savvy planning, a willingness to think outside the box, and a commitment to these proven money-saving strategies. You can absolutely hit those slopes, carve through fresh powder, and create incredible memories without breaking the bank. If you found these tips helpful, if they sparked some new ideas for your next winter adventure, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more budget travel guides and adventure tips, and let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite budget ski resort or your absolute best money-saving tip for a ski trip? I'd love to hear your insights and experiences. Until next time, happy shredding and happy saving.